My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th of 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm talking about something that's going to be a little, I always just talk whatever topics I feel like, so I guess that's what makes it easy for me to continue to keep on making videos in reality. Today, I kind of want to talk about something that happened to me, just trying to turn my left turn signal on to get back into my house. Why is it that people get angry at people for doing the right thing? When you do the right thing, people gotta battle, argue, bicker, and just try to break you down. But if you do the wrong thing, people are kind of like, they give you that like smile, like of appreciation. Like, I appreciate you for doing it wrong like that. Like, thank you for being that rebel. But if you do good, it's weird. It's so weird. How when everything is set up that you're making sure that you're doing what you know you need to do, you're gonna have the most people on the planet tell you that you're wrong, that that's not right, that you shouldn't be doing that. That's the part where it's like in me, just knowing more of living on these lines in a more of a spiritual way. That's why I can't really get mad at people anymore, because most people are not, all of us, I'm not controlling my own self in a way. There's something out here that's pulling us to be able to go somewhere and to do something. So if you get mad at that actual person for how they're treating you, you're living a really hard life right now, I'm going to say. But if you know that it's just not them, that they're not able to even say, dictate, control, manage anything that's actually going on with them, you'll see things get much, much, much easier. Because that's the part where I really see this a lot in my life. More that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, I'm the type of guy that I used to get speeding tickets like crazy as a kid. And today, never. You know why? Because I put that cruise control on. They got those cool new features on these vehicles. That's neat. So when it's 60, I'm on 60. When it's 45, I'm on 45. When it's 80, I'm doing 75. Because whatever reason, my van doesn't really like to do the 80. 75 is the sweet spot. And I don't know how many people I get that are hostile, straight up hostile towards me because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. How many people get hostile because I allow somebody in when I see that they're sitting there and I'm like, oh, come on in, we got space, I got you. People behind me get hostile, like just fingers flying and screaming and hollering and hitting that horn. And I'm like, man, doing the right thing, helping someone out to be able to get where they need to get to. Be allowing them to get in. I mean, that's what we should be doing, is helping people out. Me doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I get so much just negativity from that. And every video that I've made that I'm trying to see the best in, the word may not be help out, because I still don't think that that's possible, that I can do that for anybody on this planet. I can lead you to the one that can help you, but me, myself, I can't help you. And that's what I hope, that my words are able to inspire someone to find the one that is able to actually help you. Don't think that there's a human, because again, that's what's weird about us. Something's driving us and it's not us. So if you're believing in a person, that person is going to set you up for what I'm seeing as the normal on the planet today. They want you to go against the rules. They want you to not worry about other people's safety. That's the biggest one that I think is almost sickening to me in a way. Like most movies that are out here, especially like even coming down to like Marvel movies and Disney movies, it's all about fighting, killing, taking over, consuming, destroying. It's just fighting and killing. It's the killing aspect of all these movies that's just, it's hard for me to, I don't watch them, because it doesn't make sense. But it makes sense in the sense that they want all of us to look at each other in a way of just, I need to get you out of the way so that I can be able to get where I need to go. Something so silly as 20 cars ahead of you, 50 cars behind you, and one car trying to get in. If you let that car in, you're still 21 cars behind. You're not like a million, but someone won't let somebody in because they don't want to have that opportunity to lose out in 5 extra seconds of life. Or they think that they're going to gain 5 seconds, I guess, if you don't let that person in, as opposed to just letting them in. It's all about just fighting every little thing. And that's the destructiveness that I just see of why most folks, and pretty much all folks, is just struggling so much today. We got the people out here that are like, oh, everything is good, everything is great. You know, that's, I've said this in a video 3 before, but straight up, that's a straight up liar. That just everything is just so perfect. Everything is just oasis. Everything is good to go. Everything is follows through the way I intended it to, and everything is just so magical. And the way I see it, the more and more I keep living, the more and more angry and frustrated and enraged people are getting. especially for the ones that want to do said the right thing. The right thing of just helping somebody out. The right thing of just assisting somebody. The right thing of just carrying someone's bags to their dang car. The right thing of just helping someone out when they need help. The right thing of just being there for somebody with just a kind word to say to them so that they can be able to get themselves into a better place. But what's normalized today is none of that. It's about you. And you take what you want and don't worry about the others. You get what you need, don't worry about the others. You take all of it. This is stuff with, like, I don't know why. I just see it so easily in this world and how it's going to be coming quick soon that, it's simple little things like traffic stuff and people in the stores. Because like people in the stores, when there's like a cold front or anything going on, especially with the vid was going on years ago, people would take everything out of the store. No, you don't need it. You don't need it. But you'll take it all because you want it all. And you'll sabotage everyone else behind you because you want it all. And you can't even use it and you don't even need it. But you still just take it because something in you is driving you to say, forget everybody else. Just only help yourself. Don't worry about the person behind you. That's the part of me that I greatly appreciate being in the military because they strip that from you in reality, day one, of you're not the show. The show is the whole entire company, the whole unit, the whole organization. We all have to work together here. But then when I got further and further into like really understanding that, I realized it's almost like the manipulation that they shove to us, little small guys, but the big guys on top, they're all about doing what they want and using us to do what they wanted us to do, but make us not want to have to fight so that we can get done doing what they want to do. That's where it's like everything on this planet in reality for me kind of just keeps going back and forth. It's like sometimes you could say, follow the rules. And then other times you could say, no, don't follow those rules. But the main rules that I see to want to be able to follow are the rules of helping someone else out when they're struggling, when they're hurting, when they're down, when they're not doing all that great, helping them out and doing the right thing and actually see the best in someone else and not only just taking and consuming yours. Because this is a big thing that I do know that a lot of folks do. Unfortunately, I don't get this. But you like to listen to people's problems in a way of make yourself feel better because your problems aren't that bad. And that's the concept of like a new trend that I see going on YouTube, which I don't understand. I don't understand this. This is the part of like being a follower that's weird to me. It's really weird to me because being a follower in a sense of doing what's right could be right. But being a follower of doing what's wrong, that's where things start to get really destructive. And doing the right thing, again, is helping somebody and not hurting them. This is a new trend that I'm seeing. It's like people are all posting on, just post videos every day and YouTube is going to this and you're going to be able to get monetized and that and that. All you got to do is just keep posting videos every day. And people are questioning like, well, what kind of videos can I post every day? And straight up, posting a video every day, it's really hard to do. People make it sound like it's so simple and so easy, but it's actually a really, really challenging thing to do. Especially if you want to stay on a specific topic or not even. Just hit a record and make it a video every day. That's some hard work to do. And I never understood that by listening to people that would say that years and years ago that I was listening to. But then when I started doing it myself, I'm like, I see what y'all saying. It's hard to just do a simple 20, 30, 40-minute video every single day. And I don't even edit. I don't even do nothing. So if y'all was editing and doing all that in the middle, it's exceptionally hard work. But we got a new trend that's going on. It's easy. And it's easy in a sense of just get on there and basically just talk about how crappy your life is. And people are going to will start following you. That is, as much as someone may think and hears a concept like that, that it's a good thing to do. But that it's a horrible thing to do. Because all you're doing is putting out just hate in a way. You're putting out, boo-hoo, my life sucks. Look how bad it is. Look at this. I didn't get this. I didn't do this. And just crying and complaining all day. So that someone else that is doing a little bit better than you can look at you and say, I ain't doing that bad. So then, yeah, I'll follow that person because I'm doing better than them. And in that sense, you're not seeing the good out of people. You're seeing the bad in them. So in that sense, every time that you click on that video, you're going to be hoping that something worse in reality is going on. So it's like today, their car broke down. No, Today, they got a flat tire. And they're like, I don't have the money. I don't have $45 to get the tire changed. And I don't even have a way to get the tire off right now because somebody stole the jack, or I lost the jack, or I bought the car, didn't even come with the jack. And they're just going through this struggle. Then the next day, you're like, oh, wow, that's a struggle. I haven't been through that struggle. That's a struggle. Then the next day, you're like hoping in a way. Unfortunately, there's going to be the few people out there that are like, I'm looking for the best in you. I'm looking for, I want to see you succeed. There's going to be the few that are be there to like even donate something. Say, hey, I got that 45 for you. I'll send that to you. There's some people out there like that. But as far as the most are going to click on that video and the next day and hope that your car got towed because you couldn't move it. Hope that the car is broke down. Now you can't use it. Hope that the heat stopped working in it. So now you're not going to be able to stay in it tonight. And just hope that things get worse and worse and worse and worse for you. And the sad part behind all this is, because I've seen a few of these channels, just to like get an understanding of like trends, I guess, and how and why and what type of people stumble into them and just do them. That's why me and Instagram, I kind of just really gave up about over a year ago, when I just really would notice, like I would see one video, I'm like, that was funny. Then all of a sudden, like it would have like 10 million whatever likes and all that stuff on it. And I'm like, wow, that is funny. It's funny, of course. Like I see what's going on. I see why that got like spread. People are looking at it. This is funny. This is so entertaining. There's so many of them that I saw like that. And then all of a sudden, a day later, a couple days later, weeks later, I would see like thousands beyond thousands of other people doing that exact same thing. It just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, this is so silly. Like, this is so silly to me. But then I'm seeing this on the YouTube, that stuff is getting, you make the videos and then you see the comments. And then it's like, this is the part where humanity is getting destructive. Because instead of like going to the next video on, things are looking up. So I did this and something happened and things looking up. No, the next video just doubles down into destruction. The next video is worse. The next video is, it's even worse. The next video is, now you're begging for money. The next video is, you're continuing to keep on begging. The next video is, there's no hope for me in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. The next video is, you just disappear for a little bit. And then you get people on edge like, this guy hasn't been here in a while. What's happening? And then you pop back up with a video again and say, oh, it's still just as bad. And it's like this negative toxic loop that is in the playbook of mass dark manipulation, is what they call it, on feeding into your problems. And then when you start to just keep going down and down and down into that, you're not going to get out of that. So you're not helping yourself. And for those that are like watching that content and like trying to figure out more in reality, you're like promoting seeing the destruction in somebody. You're not promoting the helping of somebody. Because if you really wanted to help them, straight up, you would ignore them. You wouldn't even pay them any attention. This concept of like a lot of homeless people. We're messing up the homeless population community and making it worse in a way, because we're giving into it too much, as opposed to ignoring it and leaving it and saying, y'all got to do what you got to do. But it's easy to do that today because we give into it. We're like, oh, there's a guy right there. Let me give him money. Because they know as soon as you look at him, you're going to give him the money. But if you just ignore him, then you're just going to move forward. And that person tomorrow is still going to figure it out some sort of way. But we're feeding into it and we're making it worse and worse and worse, as opposed to making it to become a better situation. In most cases, to make things better, you have to ignore it. You can't feed into it. You can't allow them to just keep talking and talking and talking about how bad things are and how nothing's ever working and nothing's ever going anywhere. You're feeding into to make it not get anywhere better at all. And that's what I just constantly keep on seeing. And now it's a new YouTube trend of feeding into and paying attention to people that are just wanting to stay in their misery and don't want to get better at all. Don't want to do anything at all to figure out how to be able to get themselves into a better place. They just want to boo-hoo all day. This sucks. This is no good. This no good. This ain't working. That ain't working. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't go there. I can't make that. I can't nothing. I can't nothing. It's all that they're doing all day is I can't and I'm not going anywhere. And then the comments come in. Of course, I got to look at the comments sometimes. That's something new that I've been recently doing this past couple of months. I never really looked at comments before, but I look at them in a sense of just seeing like, what are people saying? And in a lot of these videos, people are like, yeah, it is hard. Yeah, it is this. Yeah, I can't get it myself. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere my own. Yeah, you say it, girl. That's the same thing I'm experiencing. Yeah, not anybody giving anything of like This is something that someone told me years ago that stuck with me. The world doesn't hate you. You hate your own self. So when you hate your own self, you're going to think that the whole world hates you. But when you start to care for and appreciate yourself, you're going to notice that the world also cares for and appreciates you. So if you see yourself as, I'm slow, I'm stupid, I'm pathetic, I'm worthless, I'm meaningless, I'm nothingness, that's how you're going to think that the world views you. Because that's your worldview. That's your body, that's your self-view. That's what you're putting out there. And this new thing that I'm seeing is double downing in that almost not even, it's double down in the sense that most people, I believe, are not in that such negative mindset. But this new trend is forcing people to get into that mindset. It's forcing you to just go further into it. Even though you weren't in it, even though you were trying to get, you were like on the outskirts of it. But now because you want to follow the trend, and this goes with everything with these trends, all the way down to a simple dog training trends. We got all these trends. Your dog needs this, your dog needs to look like this, your dog needs to be like that, your dog needs to be like this. All these trends that you're double downing into, yeah, my life does suck. Look at it, it is crappy. And then the world of the internet is weird because we're able to see lots more people and think that we have lots more friends than we actually have. And when someone starts to say to you, you go, sister, I know it's hard out there. You got to get those bills paid and no one wants to hire you. The next video you're going to do, unfortunately, because these trends are based on money, based on how many views can I get, how much can I get so that I can make more money. So then you start to force yourself to start to do a bunch of negative things to keep getting that money. And then what happens is you keep going so far into that negativity that it actually starts to become who you are. Shadow, all done. We good. It starts to become who you are. And what you start to continue to keep on doing and saying and being, that's just what you're going to be about. And these things, in my opinion, it seems like everything starts off free, fun, cute, and pretty. And then it starts to get dark and destructive. It's like everything starts off fun. These little, that's the perfect way of saying it right there. These little TikTok video things that people are doing with the little dances and everyone's just following each other. No, they're just cute, fun, and just whatever. Like just, that's a word to say, innocent. And then the trend started getting dangerous. I've seen some of the stuff where they're like telling the kids to tell their mom, shut up, and seeing what the dad would do. That's dangerous. Where people are starting to go into stores and do stuff that's just like, things started getting dangerous. It wasn't no longer cute, fun, pretty, and innocent. It started to become dangerous and destructive. And that's all that I keep seeing that these trends keep doing, is things just keep going to the point that they just keep getting more and more dangerous, more and more destructive. I'm going to stop right there. Thank you. I'm going to stop right there because I got a lot more that I want to say on this, and I got to think this through a little bit based on the middle of what I was just saying right there. Because again, even straight up, I don't script it. I just come up with a topic literally. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, let's talk about that. And then I can talk about that. I don't put a plan together. I just start to speak. And it's still hard to make a video every day, living life like that. That's the part where I'll say is, how do I say this? I believe it's hard because I want to be able to say something to get somebody thinking, to be able to get into the mindset, to be able to find the way to be able to get the help that you're looking for. Instead of just say something to like brag and bloat, instead of saying something to like just, my life sucks and please have pity for me, I don't want you to worry about me at all. I'm meaningless. I'm pointless. But Christ, Jesus Christ, God of the planet, Son, I'll say. Let me add some extra language into that. Is the one that can actually help the way that he's been able to help me, because no other human has been able to help me. So I believe that that's why it's challenging, I think, for me sometimes to just think like, it's hard work to just hit record and start to talk. Because if you want to make videos, that's what you have to do. Get a camera or get your phone and hit record and start talking. And keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. I've made, I don't even know how many videos at this moment today. There was like 2 straight years that I made a video every single day. And then I went to like 4 or 5 a week. Now I'm trying to do 4 or 5 a week. Then in reality, I'm trying to ramp it up to do like 10 to 15 a week. I've got a whole bunch of videos already made that I just don't send because I just got too many. And I'm trying not to just keep storing them, but I'm just my own video, I guess, for my own self. But that's where you get the experience from, is just turn the camera on and get going. But I could just see problems start to happen when you're just getting on to get people to just give you stuff. To just, hopefully people will watch me so that they can give me money so that I can do something. And then your message is always the concept of everything is no good. And everything's no good, everything is no good. You're not even seeking to try to figure out how to be able to get into a better place. You just want to double down into this everything is no good, because that's the character that you're going to start to create. And that character that you're creating is going to be you. It's no longer going to be a character. It's just going to be what it is in your life. Every time you hit record, you get on, you show a video of like, look what food I don't have. Look at what crappy meals I'm eating tonight. Just to try to pander to someone that's doing a little bit better than you so that they can help you out. I don't know why in my brain, when I just hear that and really just think about that, it's destructive. That's really pinning us as humans against each other. And then when you're living that way, then you do start to think, oh, I got to get back at the so-called rich people because they're the problem. Are they the problem? Or are we the problem that don't want to do what we need to get ourselves into a better place? I don't know. Very strange.